Yep. Drugs is how the white community has demonized communities of color across the board for generations, while ignoring the fact that the white community does drugs at the same rate, usually marijuana specifically, as people of color. We were talking about how this person said that all of the homeless people in Washington, D.C. can afford drugs, but they can't afford a place to live. And it's a hell of an assumption to assume that everybody that's homeless is homeless because they're a drug addict. It is a way that people have used to demonize homeless people for generations. And this person points out that they use drugs to demonize the black community as well, and the Hispanic community, and so forth and so on and so forth and so on. Marijuana, or hemp, has been in this country for forever. But, well, since it was colonized at least. Marijuana consumption for recreational purposes really came on strong when Mexican immigrants started to come into the Southwest. And the white folks used marijuana consumption to demonize the incoming Hispanic community and make them criminals already. Then when marijuana was being heavily used in the jazz scene in New Orleans, it was used to demonize the black community, and so forth and so on and so forth and so on, until it really started to affect the beatnik community, the white kids. They were smoking it. All of a sudden, marijuana was in the suburbs. All of a sudden, marijuana was being found in your kids' room. But yes, it has been something that has been used to demonize others forever. But when you look at cannabis consumption between, for example, you said the black community, between the white community and the black community, those two communities consume cannabis at about the same rate if whites don't consume it at a slightly higher rate. Yet you are far more likely to go to prison for it if you are a black person, because it is the black people are stereotyped with it and therefore targeted as a result of it, just like they are now targeting the homeless people in Washington, D.C., and will attempt to target homeless people in other major U.S. cities. They will target them to remove them. And they will partially use drugs as yet another scapegoat. Well, look at them, they're on drugs. Not all of them. These people are here because they have mental health issues, and those mental health issues are either A, undiagnosed, or B, they can't afford to get them treated. These people over here are homeless because they lost everything, not because they're on drugs. And believe it or not, these people over here are here because they want to be. There are people like myself that chose to be homeless. But no, it's drugs. We got to demonize everybody with drugs. And the fucked up part is most of the people that I have ever seen in my lifetime that demonize people for using drugs, and it's usually white people demonizing either A, other white people, or predominantly people of color for using drugs. They do so while sitting at their river cabin or their river camper for the weekend just getting fucking shit hammered on their beer. Cases upon cases of beer all weekend long while bitching about people who smoke weed. As those black people who are on drugs in the middle of the city, they're the problem. Yes.